The essence of the way is non-attachment, and the goal of those who practice it is freedom from appearances. The sutras say non-attachment is enlightenment because it negates appearances. Buddhahood simply means awareness. Mortals whose minds are aware reach the way of enlightenment and are therefore called Buddhas or awakened immortals. The sutras say those who free themselves from all appearances are called Buddhas. The appearance of appearance as no appearance can't be seen visually, but can only be known by means of wisdom. Whoever follows and applies these teachings embarks on the great vehicle and thus leaves the three realms. The three realms are greed, anger, and delusion. To leave the three realms means to go from greed, anger, and delusion and back to morality, meditation, and wisdom. Greed, anger, and delusion have no nature of their own, for they depend on mortals. And anyone capable of reflection is bound to see that the nature of greed, anger, and delusion is the Buddha nature. Beyond greed, anger, and delusion, there is no other Buddha. There is no other Buddha nature. The sutras say the Buddhas have only become Buddhas while living with the three poisons and nourishing themselves on pure Dharma or on the true nature of reality. And the three poisons are greed, anger, and delusion. The great vehicle is the greatest vehicle of all vehicles. It is the conveyancer of bodhisattvas who use everything without using anything and who travel all day without traveling. Such is the vehicle of the Buddhas. The sutras say, no vehicle is the vehicle of Buddhas. Whoever realizes that the six senses aren't real and that the five aggregates are fiction, and that no such things can be located anywhere in the body, thus understand the language of Buddhas. The sutras say the cave of the five aggregates is the hall of Zen. The opening of the inner eye is the door of the great vehicle. What could be clearer? Not thinking about anything is Zen. Once you know this, then walking, standing, sitting, or lying down, everything you do is Zen. To know that the mind is empty is to see the Buddha. To see no mind is to see the Buddha. To give yourself up without regret is the greatest charity. To transcend motion and stillness is the highest meditation. But the highest meditation surpasses both that of mortals and that of the awakened. Individuals who reach such understanding free themselves from all appearances without effort and cure illnesses without treatment. Such is the great power of Zen. Using the mind to look for reality is delusion. Not using the mind to look for reality is awareness. Freeing oneself from words is liberation. Remaining unblemished by the dust of sensation is guarding the Dharma. Transcending life and death is leaving home. Not suffering another existence is reaching the way. Not creating delusions is enlightenment. Not engaging in ignorance is wisdom. No afflictions is nirvana. And no appearance of the mind is the other shore. When we are deluded, this shore exists. When we wake up, it does not exist. Mortals stay on this shore, but those who discover the greatest of all vehicles stay on neither this nor the other shore. They are able to leave both shores. Those who see the other shore as different from this shore don't understand Zen. Delusion means mortality. Awareness means Buddhahood. They are not the same and they are not different. It's just that people distinguish delusion from awareness. When we are deluded, there is a world to escape. When we are aware, there is nothing to escape. In the light of the impartial Dharma, mortals look no different from sages. The sutras say that the impartial Dharma is something that mortals can't penetrate and sages can't practice. The impartial Dharma is only practiced by the greatest bodhisattvas and by the greatest Buddhas. To look on life as different from death, or on motion as different from stillness is to be partial. To be impartial means to look on suffering as no different from nirvana, because the nature of both is emptiness. By imagining they are putting an end to suffering and entering nirvana, spiritual seekers end up trapped by nirvana. However, the awakened know that suffering is essentially empty, and by remaining in emptiness, they remain in nirvana. Nirvana means no birth and no death. It's beyond birth and death and beyond nirvana. When the mind stops moving, it enters nirvana. Nirvana is an empty mind. When delusions do not exist, Buddhas reach nirvana. Where afflictions do not exist, Buddhas enter the place of enlightenment. The place of enlightenment is an uninhabited place, one without greed, anger, or delusion. Greed is the realm of desire. Anger is the realm of form. And delusion is the formless realm. When a thought begins, we enter the three realms. When a thought ends, we leave the three realms. The beginning or the end of the three realms, the existence or non-existence of anything depends on the mind. And this applies to everything, even to such inanimate objects such as rocks and sticks. Whoever knows that the mind is a fiction and devoid of anything real knows that their own mind neither exists nor does not exist.